What I don't like is hiking alongside an extremely busy major highway. The trail takes us this way. I believe this is Highway 42 or Airport Road. And I just do not like walking alongside busy highways like this. Now, the flatness, well, it's hilly, but the smoothness, if you will, of the road allows me to get miles in, but I still just don't like it. But well, it is what it is. The trail's the trail. I don't think it's too much further before we get off this road back into the forest, or at least I hope. So the sign says, or the map says, I'm here. I believe this is the Oak Ridges Trail then going this way, heading east. It says Oak Ridges Moraine Trail and Bruce Trail. Welcome to the junction of the above. Here it shows you a map of the Oak Ridges Trail. Now, recently, this summer, I did the Ganaraska Trail. So I crossed, heading out of Port Hope on the Ganaraska Trail, I crossed the Oak Ridges Trail right here, and it would of course continue. I don't know much about the Oak Ridges Trail. I'm told, I believe it's around 250 kilometers. So it's definitely on my to-do list. Oh, hang on a second here. What does it say? The Oak Ridges Trail, 106 kilometers from Trent River to the Niagara Escarpment. Okay. I've got to do some more research, but what I'm wondering is this the western terminus? The trail heads that way. Is this the western terminus for the Oak Ridges Trail? Don't know. Don't know. I'm going to have to check into that and see. Oh, about 1.5 to 2 kilometers behind me is a park called Maple Grove. Beautiful green grass, spigots with crisp, cool running water, picnic tables. I did camp there last year as I passed through. And last year that gave me a 26.1 kilometer day, which would have been the same as today. This time I elected just to use the spigot, wash my face, wash my hair, my head, wash my feet, and then carry on. I thought I'd try for a few more kilometers this time as we push north. I seem to recall, but I'm not sure, and I may end up regretting it, because that particular campsite is probably one of the best on the whole Bruce Trail. But anyhow, I elected to keep going. So again, I hope I don't regret that. But as I say, as I was going to say, I do recall other areas, and there's always other areas that are suitable for camping anyhow. It's just that one had pretty much everything. Beautiful mowed soft grass, picnic tables, running water. Oh, and porta potties too. It's got everything. Anyhow, the trail as we see it now. Sally's Pinnacle. Well, not only have we reached the highest point in the Caledon Hills section of the Bruce Trail, but there's a log, my pack. It's about time for second breakfast. What does this say? Peak of stability. Not only have you climbed to the heights of the Niagara Escarpment in this area, you have reached the peak of a forest community. Well, isn't that interesting? So hey, yeah, second breakfast, break time. I feel to be working hard today. More hills, sure. Higher humidity, yes. Warmer temperatures, yes. Which is why this is a good spot. There's a nice breeze coming through these trees, and in the shade, it's a cooling breeze. Still only around, well, what time is it? Somewhere around 10:30. No, it's 10 o'clock. Well, 9:55. So we'll call it 10 o'clock. It's about 3.5 hours on trail. I'll check my mileage, hoping for about 10 kilometers so far. Yeah, cup of tea, and I'm thinking a bagel. If I have a Spam pouch, I might make a Spam and spinach sandwich. If not, maybe a chicken salad. And I'll show you those little packages if I make a chicken salad. Okay, stand by. So the chicken salad. So this is the chicken salad. It's a little, very, very lightweight kind of tin with a, like a foil pull lid. You don't need to refrigerate it as long as it's not open. And it comes with a little package of crackers, and of course the crackers we eat. So this is how it comes. Now this comes inside a plastic container that, you know, takes up way too much space, marketing twice the size of the product. But the product itself is very good. The chicken salad is very good and makes a great sandwich, wrap, pita, bagel. I'm putting mine on a whole wheat bagel right now. And it's a great little item. It might be a couple of bucks, might be $1 something. I don't know what it costs, I forget, but it's cheap enough, it's small enough, and it is light enough to be able to use. This is the second one. I bought 2 to try them. Delighted, got myself a new menu item for my hiking trails. Good, thought I'd show you that. Tea steeping, gonna make my sandwich, have my breakfast. Talk to you in a bit. So my sandwich, chicken salad, fresh spinach, whole wheat bagel. Messy. This is the spinach I'm using. It's just a bag of spinach. It's $2 and something Canadian if you're buying it in Canada. This is the 3rd day I've had it, and I'm still using it without refrigeration, of course. You may or may not like spinach. Either way, it's one of the few things that's a good vegetable that you can use, carry, and have out on the trail. It's a very light product. You end up throwing half of it away simply because you don't use it all until it starts to wilt too much, but it's the best option you've got as far as a vegetable is concerned on a long distance through hike that I'm aware of. Although some of the processed, some of the pureed type baby vegetables too are very good. We'll talk about that some other time. But anyhow, right now I still opt for the fresh spinach. Just wanted to show you my sandwich and what I was doing and how I was doing it. Okay. I'm going to enjoy this. Sign says, slow down. I wonder if they're talking to me. Probably not. Probably not. The day progresses well, although I have been really struggling today. The heat increased rapidly, the humidity along with it. It's around 30 degrees Celsius. Yesterday was about 24 and the day before that was about 20, so quite a jump in the temperature. And a lot of hills, a lot of climbing today, a lot of elevation gain. So those things combined have just served to slow me down quite a bit, make me work much harder. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now. Not 100% sure of the mileage that I've done up to now. However, as I'd mentioned, I think earlier in the day, this being day 12, I would like to see 30 kilometers again today. So with that said, you know, it's just a challenge. Sometimes you just have to keep pushing. But you've also got to remember while you're out here, sure, it's to accomplish the task at hand, a through hike of a particular trail, but you also want to kind of, again, take time, smell the roses, look around, because it is beautiful. Take a look at this trail. Just laying down at the side of the trail. Day 12 has proven to be a struggle, but you know what? Quite often I take a little afternoon, 15-minute lay down in the grass, side of the trail or wherever, just to relax, just to rest. Oh, tired. We're going to keep pushing on though. I definitely want to hit that Dufferin Highland section today and get another 30 plus kilometers in. But right now, for the next 10 minutes or so, just rest. So, a rickety old picnic table. I'm guessing hikers or whoever's have probably used this area as a camp. I've seen worse than this by far. I've seen better than this by far, but it has a picnic table. It has areas where just a little cleanup and I can pitch my tent for the night, and I think it will be just fine. Possibly right in here. Maybe going this way would be just fine. Yeah, so right in here, right ahead of me, right down there, I think that's going to be home for the night. Picnic table. 32.75 kilometers today. So 32.75, that gives me 302.75 kilometers total on trail. And I just noticed right here, look, a tent would fit in actually really quite nice here. Ground's a little better. It's also a bit lighter for morning in here. And this also would clean up quite nicely. Just the end of the poles, brushing it across the ground. Anyhow, we'll see. I'm going to pick a spot. I'm going to clean up a spot. I'm going to get my tent put up. Let it air out a little bit. There was a lot of condensation last night, and it's still probably a little damp in there. Well, I know it is. And then tomorrow, you know what? Bright and early, we push on. So, hey, we broke the 300 kilometer mark. Awesome. We're well into, if not, maybe, I'm not sure, but we could possibly be a little more than halfway through the Caledon Hills section. We just crossed, maybe a kilometer behind me, maybe 2 kilometers behind me, we crossed Highway 9. So we're north of Highway 9. I don't know, I doubt if I could make the Dufferin Highlands section tomorrow. It would be close, but it would be awesome if I could. Then after that comes my home section of the Blue Mountains. Anyhow, there's my update for day 11. I'm going to make my dinner. Well, first of all, I'm going to clean my spot. I'm going to set up my tent and so on when I've decided where I'm going to set it up. Then I'm going to make my dinner. Probably cool down again tonight. Maybe not as cool as last night. So yeah, my northbound through hike of the Bruce Trail is going great. and this puts us about 1/3 of the way to complete the through hike. And if we do the yo-yo, then we're about 1/6 of the way. So either way, we've still got a long way to go, but we are getting there, and I'm delighted with that. Okay, I'm going to talk to you guys tomorrow. Trail name Jasper, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please share, do leave a comment. Tell me about the trails you like to do. Tell me if you've done the Bruce. Have you done sections of the Bruce? Hey, let's get a conversation going, because we all learn from communication. Talk to you in the morning. Bye-bye. Good morning, happy through hikers. Well, it looks in the distance, and you just can't really see, but it looks to be a beautiful sunrise taking place. Every now and then I just see a glimpse of just bright orange through the trees just along the horizon line. It's early, although I'm already noticing the days are getting shorter. 6:35 was about the earliest I could get on trail this morning with sufficient light for safety. So yeah, days are getting shorter, quicker. Day 12 here. Day 12 of our Bruce Trail through hike. Yeah. Wow. Starting off this morning with 302.75 kilometers on trail so far. So we're one third of the way to Tobermory. Hey, Gary here, trail name Jasper. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful, beautiful morning. Weatherman, I think, says no rain, although the temperatures are really starting to climb again. I think we're going to hit the 30s again today. So again, as we've mentioned before, water becomes an issue. Staying hydrated, finding enough water to filter, and so on. But okay, just all part of the day's chores on trail. Had a good night at camp last night at the Mono Mills in the Caledon Hills section of the Bruce Trail. Heading hard towards the Dufferin Highland section. Looking for another 30-kilometer day today. Would really like to do that if possible. Huh. Looks like somebody had a camp there. Anyhow, so yeah, I'd like to get another 30-kilometer day in today. So that would be great. From where I am right now, or from where I started out this morning, it's 80 kilometers till I meet my trail angel, Joanne, with a supply box. Which will have a replacement tent in it, because this tent is failing now miserably. More things are breaking on it. So I've got to get 2 more nights out of it anyhow. And then I'll get it replaced with another tent that I have. The one that I did the Ganaraska Trail with, the Mountain Gear Warehouse 2-man dome tent. The one that's failing is the 2-man tent from Mountain Gear Warehouse, not the dome tent. However, it's failing so bad now that durability just crumbled, so it's obviously not a tent I can recommend. I would stay away from it. But it does have great stealth qualities. That's the reason I used it on the Bruce. Okay, having said all those things, I also have new shoes in that trail box. A new pair of Ultra Lone Peak 4.0s. I'm using 4.5s right now, and right now these 4.5s have about 1,050 kilometers on them. They'll have 1,130 on them when I retire them from trail service. Doesn't mean they'll necessarily be retired, period. I could use them on a daily basis for a while, but be retired from trail service, that's for sure. And we'll be getting into our new 4.0s. Excited about that. Everything's going great. Take a look at the morning trail. There's always something of interest on the Bruce Trail. Take a look at this. What a heck of a place to park your car. Wow. Interesting. Well, I'm glad that piece is done with. Welcome to the Bruce Trail Conservatory's Dufferin Highland section. You are 322 kilometers from Niagara and 578 from the Carron and Tobermory. Well, okay, let me see now. I think that 328 should be more like 335, but that's just me. Hey, Dufferin Highland section number 5, moving right along. Day 12 coming to an end. We are now looking for our campsite. You know what? Right there. Perfect little campsite. More over here. Perfect little campsites. Let's just see what's ahead a little bit. So right here, guys, is where we saw the sign saying welcome to Dufferin Highland section. And then really only maybe 100 meters down the trail did we find a home for the night, which was fine. I pushed hard to make it to the Dufferin Highland section. I wasn't sure that I would make it here today, but I did, and I'm delighted about that. My camp just down the trail, which is very pretty to start off with, by the way, in this section. Very pretty. I've just finished supper. I had instant potato with bacon jerky and fresh spinach and 2 granola bars and water and coffee. And then right in here, I came across a nice little clearing that I tidied up a little bit And hey, that is home for me. So hey, the end of another day. It's been an exciting day. It has been a challenging day. It's been hot, sweaty, but you know what? There's been good water. There's been good water in this section. I cannot complain. Oh, sorry, in the Caledon Hills section, there was good water pretty much all the time. There's only been a couple of days down in the Niagara section where I had trouble with the water. Apart from that, I've seen water pretty much everywhere I've needed to. So yeah, the end of day 12. What are we in? Well, we're somewhere around 335 kilometers into the hike now. Woo. Tomorrow, hey, I'm hoping for another 30, but we'll see. Just depends. You guys have a good night.